Hello, my dear students. In this episode, we are going to see tense form exercises in Unit 1 of your textbook at page number 11. Let's first take task 3, and the instruction is fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verbs given in the brackets. Now let's see sentence A. Everyone dash when the earthquake hit the small town. The V1 given within the brackets is sleep. In this sentence, the keyword is when, that is after the dash. We saw this when we discussed the past continuous tense form. And after when, you find the verb hit, and that is in past simple tense form. When two actions are spoken about, when they are taking place at the same time, when one action is in simple, the other one will be in continuous if that is taking place at the time of the other action. And here, since the verb hit is past simple, the other verb should be in past continuous. That is, at the time of the earthquake hitting the small town, everyone in the small town was sleeping. Everyone is singular, is considered singular grammatically, though the sense is plural. The suitable verb is was sleeping. And sentence B now. Evangeline dashed her job a couple of years ago. The B1 is quit within the brackets. In this sentence, the phrase which acts as keyword is a couple of years ago, and the keyword is ago. It indicates past, and so they should be expressed using past simple. So the answer is quit, that is the V2 of V1 quit. Other variant is quitted. So there are two answers. You can write quit or quitted. Now sentence C. Where dash your last holidays? Question mark. This indicates that it is a question and it starts with the word where, and so it's a WH question. Here the keyword is last. The phrase is last holidays. So the word last indicates that it should be in past simple, and so the answer must be did you spend. So the entire sentence is where did you spend your last holidays? Dear students, now we are coming to sentence D, which is a very tricky one, and the reason is the phrase next morning at the end of it. We are not sure whether the phrase next morning refers to the future or the past, because when we say next, it has some reference to some other day. If that day is in the future, then certainly next morning refers to some future morning, and if the day refers to some day in the past, then certainly next morning here refers to the morning in the past. So it depends on the perception of the reader to decide the tense. If he perceives that it is in the past, then he can use past tense, and if he perceives that it is in the future, then he can use future tense. And so there are probably 4 answers here, and let me tell you the appropriate answers first. One is left and the other one is will be leaving. The other two are had left and will leave. Here we use past simple and future continuous, or past perfect and future simple. Now sentence E. I was angry that I dash such a mistake. The V1 is make. I was angry. This is in past simple, and so the speaker was angry. Okay, and the reason is he made a mistake that made him angry. So there are two actions here in the past, and they are subsequent or different actions at different times. And the first action is making a mistake, and so it should be written in perfect form. Since the second action is given in past simple, the first action should be represented in past perfect, and so the answer is had made. I was angry that I had made such a mistake. Now, sentence F. My mother was tired yesterday because she dashed well the night before. Within the brackets, the V1 is not sleep. Since the V1 is preceded by not, it is a negative sentence. Okay. And the first part of the sentence is, my mother was tired yesterday. Why was she tired? The reason is, the night before, that is, the night before yesterday. So there are two actions here. One is being tired, the other one is not sleeping. And not sleeping is the first action, whereas the second action of being tired is expressed using past simple, and so the first action should be expressed using past perfect, and so the answer is had not slept. The entire sentence goes like this: my mother was tired yesterday because she had not slept well the night before. Now let's see sentence G. Her parents dash in Coimbatore for 2 weeks from today. Here the phrase that suggests tense form is for 2 weeks from today. It indicates future, and the V1 within the brackets is B. We have to answer it in future simple, and so the answer is will be. So the sentence goes like this: her parents will be in Coimbatore for 2 weeks from today. Then the next sentence H. Nothing much dash when I got to the meeting. V1 within the brackets is happen. Here two actions are spoken about. He got to the meeting, that is, he reached the meeting place or he reached the meeting venue, but nothing much happened before he reached. In this sentence, when means before, and so these two actions are consecutive actions. The second action is getting to the meeting, and the first action is happening. Since the second action is given in past simple, the first action should be written in past perfect, and so the answer is had happened. So the sentence goes like this: nothing much had happened when I got to the meeting. Then sentence I. Scientists predict that by 2050 man dash on Mars. Within the brackets, the V1 is land. Here the keyword is by 2050. Here especially by represents perfect form and 2050 represents future, and so it should be answered in future perfect. So the answer is will have landed. So the sentence goes like this: scientists predict that by 2050 man will have landed on Mars. Now we proceed further and see sentence J. Let me read it. Someone dashed to our conversation. The V1 within the brackets is listen. So when we read it, we understand that the speaker knows that somebody is listening to their conversation. So how will he say it? He will say, someone is listening to our conversation. So the answer is in present continuous. Then sentence K. The plane dash off in a few minutes. Within the brackets, the V1 is take. In a few minutes in this sentence is the phrase that suggests that it should be written in future simple. So the answer is will take. So the sentence goes like this: the plane will take off in a few minutes. Then sentence L. They dash about me when I interrupted their conversation. The V1 within the brackets is talk. The speaker interrupted somebody's conversation, but by the time they were talking about him. So, here are two actions. One is interrupting, the other one is talking. So, talking takes longer duration, whereas interrupting takes very short duration. So, when that interruption is represented using past simple, the action of talking should be expressed using past continuous. So, the answer is were talking. And so, the sentence goes like this: they were talking about me when I interrupted their conversation. Now, the next sentence, M. Justin and his parents dash in an apartment right now because they can't find a cheap house. The V1 within the brackets is live. In this sentence, the keyword is now. It suggests that it should be written in present continuous, and so the answer is are living, because the subject is parents, it is plural, and so we choose are. So the sentence goes like this: Justin and his parents are living in an apartment right now because they can't find a cheap house. Then the sentence N. Rajini Prem's family dash in Chengalpat now. The V1 within the brackets is B. In this sentence, the keyword is now, and so it should be written in present continuous, but since the verb is B form verb, we cannot write it in present continuous. We have to answer it in present simple, and so the answer is because the subject of this sentence is family. Family is singular. For singular, the be form verb in present simple is. So the sentence goes like this: Rajini Prem's family is in Chengalpat now. The next sentence is O. Yusuf dash to the movies once in a while. The V1 within the brackets is go. In this sentence, once in a while is the key phrase that suggests that it should be written in present simple, because it's a rare incident. So, anything that is rare or frequent or usual is expressed using present simple, and so the answer is goes, because the subject is Yusuf and it is singular. So, the conjugation in present simple for a singular subject is does plus V1. So, does plus go is goes. So, the sentence goes like this: Yusuf goes to the movies once in a while. Now, the next sentence P. This dash an easy quiz so far. The V1 within the brackets is B. Here, so far is the key phrase which suggests that it should be answered in present perfect, and so the answer is has been. So the sentence goes like this: this has been an easy quiz so far. Next sentence is Q. Our team dash any games last year. Within the brackets, the V1 is not win. Since last year is the key phrase in this sentence, we have to write the answer in past simple, and so the answer is did not win. And so the sentence goes like this: our team did not win any games last year. The next sentence is R. We dash a wonderful film at the next cinema last night. The V1 within the brackets is C. Here, last night is the key phrase which suggests that it should be written in past simple, and so the answer is saw. Thus, the sentence goes like this: we saw a wonderful film at the cinema last night. Ultimately, the next sentence is yes. Hurry up, the movie dash. Within the brackets, the V1 is already begun. The keyword already here suggests that this should be written in present perfect, and so the answer is has already begun. Thus, the sentence goes like this: hurry up, the movie has already begun. Let's meet again in our next episode. Until then, thank you from Bhaskaran.